By now, Brook Lopez is sticking here in Milwaukee, but maybe Pat Connaughton is on the move. Does John Horst have the tools to go after this next target? I'm Jake Finnerty, and welcome on into Bucks Digest. If you want to keep it locked on all things Milwaukee Bucks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. 90% of our viewers are not subscribed. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay locked in on all the Milwaukee Bucks news. And as always, make sure you are up to date. Turn those notifications on and are ready for the upcoming NBA season. But there's a new guy that I think we can take a look at as being on our radar. And the news that's coming out here isn't directly Bucks related. So what I'm talking about, of course, is that there are a lot of speculations that the Detroit Pistons are not fully sold on Jaden Ivey. Some around the league speculate the Pistons aren't sold on Ivey, but there's no reason to think he's moved. Instead, they're maybe looking to invest in young players and several teams would be interested in Stewart, who has a friendly $60 million contract over the next 4 seasons. So, with that, Jaden Ivey, though, is the main talk, is the main prize that we're all looking forward to here. This is what we got from Jaden Ivey last year, averaging almost 16 points a game, a little bit under 4 rebounds a game, a little bit under 4 assists a game, but still a young guy at 22 years old, shooting 42% from field goal, 33% from 3. He's still got promise. He's got a lot of promise, and really, this is where everyone's kind of like, well, they haven't had much time with it. There's a very big question mark. The Pistons kind of sat him during a good portion of last year, having to go on the bench rather than start, especially drafting him, but they did. But now this is kind of like, well, why are we talking about Jaden Ivey? What actually is Jaden Ivey in terms of Milwaukee Bucks perspective? Well, we know that it's pretty obvious the Bucks have been looking to maybe find another route for Pat Connaughton, another route for a veteran, like they said. And I think this is a really good potential move for the Bucks. Bring in another young guy next to Dame, who of course is already training, mentoring AJ Johnson, as you hear from Damian Lillard's Instagram from the summer. The two of them doing some workouts together, taking under his wing. What would be better than getting another young guard, getting him under your wing, and having 3 of them really working together? You already brought in a solid wing in Gary, who has worked before. I think this is how, as we just saw in that report, they're looking for a bit of draft compensation. And the Bucks don't necessarily have some draft picks, but they can offer multiple pieces just to get Ivy. I think what they will stick out is giving up a second-round pick and Pat Connaughton, obviously solid veteran, very shooter, but can provide a little bit more for the Pistons in what they're trying to do, get those picks, stack them up, not try and read the team. The Bucks can get Ivy and get a young guy to really hone in on and try and fine-tune everything. In the stats from last year, obviously, I had a very large stretch where he was starting a majority of games and then off the bench, but every single stat besides field goal percentage and three percentage and free throw percentage, and numbers were not very large. I use him in every single stat. I think Ivy coming in, those numbers obviously go down based on production, but I think overall, Jay's a guy that would complement this team. One of the weakest parts of the Bucks last year was guards play. And that's kind of a testament to the fact that, yes, you have a superstar, Dame, but then who's next? Then who's up next? Where do you go if Dame gets hurt? And Dame had injury at the end of the year in the playoffs. But what happens there? Bringing in Ivy, who isn't a seasoned veteran, but he's been in the league for years now, so he can use that guidance and really turn his career in a very good direction. Getting Ivy into Milwaukee, especially as a replacement for Pat Connaughton, would be just the thing that would add a boost to the team, a young mentality to this team, a hungry mentality to this team going into next year. And I think it's something to keep an eye on, especially as we move forward throughout the season, is the Ivy situation, what the Pistons want to do with their team overall, because that's just nice. But what the Bucks ultimately want to do, trying to trade for people, and truthfully, how we want to round out the team and improve it from last year, because we made those things, but will it be enough? I want to see Jaden Ivey here in Milwaukee. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay locked to Bucks Digest.